Welcome back to the PSB Summer Kickoff. Marcus Burnett joined by Chris Watkins here courtside as we've got a good championship matchup here today. This is Team Larkins of the Miami Suns program taking on Central Florida Elite. So a battle of the Sunshine State here on championship day at the PSB Summer Kickoff. Attacking the offensive glass there was number 20 for the Miami Suns, Cheyenne Daniels, but Central Florida Elite had other plans. They were able to deny her from scoring, but that three-pointer is knocked down by number 5 for CFE. And of course, I don't have a number 5 on the roster. So let me make that adjustment. That's been the only roster hurdle I've had the entire couple days, so I'm sure we'll get that cleared away. I got my guy Chris Watkins on it right now. We want to make sure we give number 5 more credit than just saying her number there on that shot. They rule that jumper a two-pointer. So it's 2-0 in favor of Central Florida Elite. A power dribble, work along the baseline. Shot no good. And it'll be last touched by the Miami Suns, Team Larkins. Head coach for the Miami Suns, Jason Hively. Head coach for Central Florida Elite, James Henry, also known as Jay Hen. Wanted to make sure we got that taken care of pre-production. Al Honor, the head of this Central Florida Elite program, but Coach Jay Hen wanted to make sure we knew he is the coach of this squad. And you see the way they play. I'd be a proud coach as well. As that one trickles around and falls down there for number 23 for CFE. I believe there's a different copy of the roster that has the appropriate numbers for Central Florida Elite. So once I get that one in my hand, I'll be able to give you better updates in terms of these players. But for right now, they're doing pretty good by just being recognized by their jersey numbers as they're off to a 4-0 advantage. They've held the Miami Suns scoreless, but still plenty of time left here in the first quarter. Driving along the baseline, the reverse attempt, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Cheyenne Daniels. Now Natalia Pineda, in a world of trouble, lost it a few times and was able to regain it, but a jump ball is called and it'll go the other way. SWAT team called inside as Daniels gets a piece of that one. Second attempt. That one's denied as well. Now it's in the hands of Pineda, and my right-hand man, Chris Watkins, has me squared away in terms of the jersey numbers. So number 5 was Coy Love. She knocked down the first jumper of the game for Central Florida Elite. And then number 23, that was Brashawn Tolley, the Montverde Academy attendee, that was able to get the second bucket. We're at 4-0. Pineda dials up a jumper that is no good, and it's going to be CFE with the rebound. They'll push. So a foul here, much to the chagrin of Coach Jason Hively, is going to send Coy Love to the free throw line. We're here in the Peach State, Chris, but a lot of good Sunshine State talent on the floor right now.
Yeah, most definitely. Well represented, you know, with – sorry, I'm trying to listen. Sorry. With Central Florida Elite, Miami Suns Larkins team here in the building. We also have Florida Lightning is here. You know, just love when they can make that trip up here into the Atlanta, Georgia. Big supporters of what we do here at Peach State Basketball. Be sure to follow up everything we do on peachstatebasketball.com. We have a number of things there to check out. Also, be sure to visit thesuvtv.com. Not only do we have this broadcast, we also have numerous other broadcasts from our Peach State events as well as basketball events from all throughout the country.
Yeah, so from a college coach standpoint, you know, not only being able to check things out live as we've got a great representation on Logo Road, but being able to see this weekend's games, but also the games from the entire travel season. Nice to be able to see the transition and the progression we've seen teams and individual players make from the PSB Tip-Off Classic to now you look at July. It's here. 6-0 ball game. Hesitation, too strong off of the glass. Central Florida Elite with the rebound. And brought ahead by Tyra Cox. Cox is going to get to the line. So defensively, Central Florida Elite doing a good job early on. And they're doing a pretty good job of getting to the charity stripe as well.
That's the easiest way to get buckets. Definitely get yourself going. Reggie Miller used to always talk about, you know, if he wasn't going, go ahead and get to the free throw line. I used to teach my players, you know, if you can't get it going, put your head down and run someone over and try to get to the free throw line.
You look at the Miami Suns team, Larkins. There, you know, it's just an 8-0 game, but you know, turnovers like that aren't going to help the cause. They retain possession, but you know, you've got to be able to get some shots on goal. If they're defended well and it's not falling, that's one thing, but can't have the turnovers. That's a good look for Pineda. Shot no good, but they'll get another rebound. 2 for $1 sale on threes. Pineda can't cash in on that one, but still a good look. Good defense getting back and stripping that one away initially for the Suns was Aaron Gutierrez.
Oh, nice take. You could tell, I mean, when she got it right there, she got fouled in the backcourt. She looked at the official, said, that's a foul. She had that look on her face. She wasn't giving that ball up in transition.
We take another look there via the replay. Able to split between 2 defenders and 1. Free throws made. Coach Hively wants a timeout. We'll just keep it right here.
And this is a time where you want to take a timeout in this instance. You don't want to take it when you're down 8-0 because there's not a whole lot of positive you can say as you see Coach talking to him right now. You want to say, all right, now look, we got on the board. Now let's try to play a little defense, quit fouling so much, and not be in such a rush versus their press. You mentioned the turnovers that they had, trying to dribble through the press. I think, you know, being somebody who used to be a pressing coach, you want to speed the other team up. The last thing you want them to do is be calm, because then your own team loses confidence in what you're doing if they keep breaking it real easy.
Great point. That composure has been shown by the Suns here early on, not panicking or making things worse. That's reflected from the sideline. Agreed, good move. Initially by Tolley, it's off the mark, but following up is Abby Rouse.
You know, if you're the Suns, they're showing a 2-3 zone. You really got to either do a lot better job of putting pressure on the ball or not leave that high post. You know, you're the guard playing up top. You got to wait till you get bumped off, because what's happening, they're leaving so quick, they're just hitting the high post every time down the floor.
Subbing in for Central Florida Elite, number 20 and number 11. That's Rachel Jablonski and Tiffany Tolbert, respectively. Rouse knocks down the free throw. So 10-3 in favor of Central Florida Elite. The pressure continues. Gutierrez makes easy work of it. Cheyenne Daniels will head to the free throw line. So the second trip to the free throw line for the Miami Suns. The first one was on the back end of the three-point play by Gutierrez. Daniels knocks down her first free throw. Second one kicks off the back of the rim. Pinedo with the offensive board. Wraparound pass through the hands of Daniels. Coach Hively not happy with the Gutierrez decision there. He looked at Pineda, was right there with enough space to knock down that three-pointer. Instead, Gutierrez was looking for Daniels inside. But good things have happened for them when Gutierrez has had the ball in her hands early on in this game. Mentioned the three-point play. Even though that last one was a turnover, you're still seeing them get a little bit more comfortable on the offensive end with Gutierrez looking inside, but Central Florida Elite coming right back with a bucket to make it 12-4. Pineda with the floater. Won't go, ball tipped around. Cologne, 3 Suns around her. But somehow it still ends up in the hands of Central Florida Elite. Last touch by CFE. Suns basketball there along the baseline. On the floor for the Miami Suns teams, Larkins, number 4, Aaliyah Stanley, number 14. Natalia Pineda, number 5. Aaron Gutierrez, number 20, Cheyenne Daniels. And number 23, Mercy Gonzalez. Gonzalez, her first shot attempt of the contest, just off the mark. Ariel Cologne with the rebound.
If you're the Suns, you got to find a way to get Pineda going. I mean, it's about 0 for 7, 0 for 8 right now. She's a much better player than that. And I think once she gets it going, they're really going to be able to cut back into this lead. She's been getting good looks. They just haven't been falling.
And I think that's part of why Coach Hively really wanted to see Gutierrez give her the ball on the wing. It wasn't a terrible play by Gutierrez to look inside for Daniels. She throws that pass up high. Daniels is able to keep it up high. That's a layup. But still, for Pineda, while he'll take the make there, he just at least wants to get her closer to getting in some sort of rhythm. Even if she misses that shot, it's another look for her. But like you mentioned, she's not going to keep missing them. So you want to give her that rep when you can here in the game, since the lid has been on the basket here early on.
You know, I think her ability to score the ball, you know, and you got to tell them to keep shooting. At no point, if you got a scorer or a shooter, just got to let it fly, you know, and that's one thing I think when your coach has got that confidence in you, you're going to keep doing it. Yep. Kobe could have been 1 for 15. He's still going to take another 15 shots, you know, and that's what you got to be if you're a true scorer or a true shooter.
Lead now 9 for CFA lead. Tiffany Tolbert with the ball. Tough step back jumper. Can't get it to go. Pineda had positioning inside, but it's tipped away.
Really like Gutierrez, you know, defense on the ball right there. Like the tenacity she brings to the game.
Spin inside. And called for a travel. I know Coach Javi's not going to be happy on that one. Looked like some contact on the play, no foul call. And instead, the travel's called on Aaron Gutierrez. Tolbert trying to go inside to Rouse, gets it in. Rouse just short. Second attempt, stays down. Abby Rouse out of Tatnall Square Academy there in Macon, Georgia. Pineda for 3.
You know, my old college roommate used to be the boys coach at Tatnall. Not that anybody cares, just wanted to drop a little tidbit.
Nothing wrong with a little nugget, man. Basketball world is a small one. If Pineda is able to see that one go through, sticking with the play. 9-point game. We'll see if Central Florida Elite holds for the last shot here. Cologne for 3. No good. 2.8 on the clock. We'll see what the Suns can do with 2 8/10 of a second. Pineda will throw it up. That would not have counted. even if it had gone. Thanks for joining us here on SUV TV. We take a step away. We'll be back with the second quarter here from the PSB Summer Kickoff. We are ready to resume play here. Coming in for the Suns, Larkins, it'll be Yair Rodriguez. As Coach Hively wasn't happy with what he felt was an unwise pass there on the inbounds by Gutierrez. So he'll sit her for a second just to get his point across. I'm sure she won't sit very long. Given the point that this game is at, not an insurmountable deficit by any means, but Team Larkins just trying to get things going. Pineda gets called for the travel. Jumper from the elbows off the mark. If you're Team Larkins, I know it's easier said than done when you look at that front line there for Central Florida, but you got to do a better job keeping them off the offensive glass.
You know, what's so crazy, about 4 or 5 years ago, they changed the rule and really focused on displacement. So it kind of penalizes the defender. You can't necessarily box out anymore and shove people back. That's a foul on you. So you're really at a disadvantage if you are smaller inside playing against bigger people because you can't necessarily box them out like you used to be able to. So that's what's happening a lot down here because the officials are going to call a foul on you.
Yeah, tough position to be in. And that would describe the scenario there for Yair Rodriguez. So Coach Hively provides a lifeline and gets the timeout here. 7:04 remaining here in the second quarter. Back out of the timeout. Nine-point advantage for Central Florida Elite. Natalia Pineda with the ball. They've done a good job of keeping her at bay. Turnovers forced there, stolen. It was anybody's ball. That was until Coy Love came up with it. Coach Hively felt like that 50-50 ball in. Wanted to see his team show a little bit more vigor, getting to the ground and get it. Pineda for three. Unofficially, she's missed, I think, her first 4 or 5 3-point shots. Like you mentioned, she's got to be able to take them. She hasn't taken a bad one yet. Just hasn't fallen. 2 long strides in a layup drill for number 10. There for CFE, Carrie Niblack. Suns Larkins answer back. Make it an 8-point game. No good on the reverse. Traveling violation going to go here against Tolley. So number 42, Morgan Davis, checks back into the contest.
Done a great job so far on the offensive glass. Done a really good job of sealing inside and finish.
I referred to Davis as Abby Rouse earlier in the broadcast. That was my mistake, but it all kind of worked out because then you were able to drop that tidbit about your old college buddy being the coach at Tatnall Square. So all's well that ends well. You know, we were able to get that in and still able to recognize Morgan Davis and the job she's doing out there. Part of that.
You saw her right there helping jump on the ball.
Right.
Initially create that defense.
3 defenders there. You had 2 Central Florida Elite team members and then that sideline. But luckily for Miami Suns, they're able to keep possession. 8-point game as we approach the final 5 minutes of the second quarter.
Coach is trying to get her going, giving her opportunities. She went 1-4 low right there. I mean, you want to see her really get it going, but they're still only down by 8. You know, so it's like you said, it's not insurmountable right now.
Exactly. No need to panic. You do have to have a sense of urgency because you don't want it to get too out of hand, but you know, you're a run away from being right there. I think good things have happened when Gutierrez has really initiated the offense. Tries to work that one inside to Daniels. Coach Hodley wanting her to be a little bit more aggressive and take her own shot. Strong drive inside. I think that one was partially blocked. They'll kick it out. That'll be a 2 if it goes. Foot on the line. Cheyenne Daniels goes to her feet with the rebound and hands it off to Gutierrez. Now here's Pineda. Strong rebound there in traffic by Niblack. Good take and finish there by number 4, Aaliyah Stanley. Stanley makes it an 8-point game. Power dribble inside. Now that's Abby Rouse. She misses, but she's got reinforcements there. Number 20, Rachel Jablonski.
Really like Jablonski's activity. You know, on the offensive end, that's the second offensive rebound she's got.
Trying to thread the needle there. Was Coy Love pass is broken up, and Love is going to pick up the foul. 10-point game, 2 minutes, 41 seconds remaining. Back in for Central Florida Elite number 11, Tiffany Tolbert. Tolbert guarding the ball. Double come, Stanley gets rid of it over to Pineda. Gutierrez for three. Ariel Colon, the Elite Basketball Academy camper. No stranger to SUV TV. She cans the jumper to make it a 12-point contest. Rouse over to Tolbert. Gutierrez puts a wrench in the works. Steals it off the entry pass, and it'll remain with Team Larkins. Stripped out of bounds there by Jablonski. That one looked like money off of her hands. Now Leah Stanley trying to be a spark plug here for the Suns. Nine-point game now. If I'm Coach Hively, if I can go down, if I could close the gap, that would be great. But if I can go down 5 or 6 points going into halftime, I still feel like my glass is more than half full. But
you saw Morgan Davis there on the offensive glass.
Yeah.
You cannot teach height.
No, you cannot. And they've got plenty of it with this lineup on the floor there with both Rouse and Davis. Pass to Cheyenne Daniels. Daniels has to do more of that. There have been at least 3 or 4 possessions where they've tried to get it into her. She hasn't been able to get the handle on it. When they get it to her and she can get a good handle on it, it's going to be hard to keep her from scoring in there. She converts on that play. She does that 3 or 4 times here in this first half. You're looking at a 2 or 3-point game instead of the 9-point deficit that they face now. But that's water under the bridge. They can get a bucket here, possibly go into the half down 6 or 7. Still in a very good position to get it. Stanley, the back tap there by Tolbert. Taps it away, but then they turn it right over. So no call there. I'm kind of surprised. I know the officials were pretty far away from it, but definitely some contact there on that play. But that will send us into halftime. Trying to get things going here is Aaliyah Stanley, that three-pointer, helping the plight of the Miami Suns. We'll be back after halftime. Third quarter is underway here. It's a 9-point lead for Central Florida Elite. Shot missed inside. Now it will go over to Miami Suns team, Larkins. Natalia Pineda looking to lead the first half in the first half. Was a tough goal, but still a shooter that's more than capable of having the better body of work as this game continues on. I'm joined by Jonathan Hemingway here courtside. Hemi, two good teams going at it in this one. Gutierrez urged to be more aggressive by Coach Hively during halftime. Doesn't take her long to follow suit.
Two Florida teams here, Marcus, battling it out. Both teams that are on the EYBL circuit. Certainly a lot of bragging rights here, not only from the state of Florida, but you know, with the shoe circuit and whatnot. But certainly a good opportunity for competitiveness and also exposure here with several coaches still here in the building.
Here at the free throw line here is Shania Mertens. Let's take a look at that last play there by Gutierrez. Coach wanted her to be aggressive, felt like she was sort of timid after an and one early on. You look at that shot, hand and face, good defense, but confidence making all the difference. Coach Hively urging her to play with more of it. And Gutierrez off to a good start.
Plenty of good guard play here in this one. I mentioned Gutierrez, and you saw Mertens at the line knocking down both of those free throws. Got Tyra Cox here guarding Gutierrez. And then number 4, Aaliyah Stanley, has been a big playmaker with production this weekend as well, too.
They get it to Cheyenne Daniels. Daniels has it knocked out of play. That was a tough situation to put Daniels in and gave her the ball just beyond the top of the key. She had to catch it in traffic and try to weave through 2 defenders. They had the possession initially, but they turned it over. But Daniels, who's done a good job rebounding inside, has been on a rebounding island of sorts, having to contend with, you know, you look at Brashawn Tolley, then she's got a battle inside with Tyra Cox. Coy Love, solid size, and they're hitting the glass, not to mention Abby Rouse and Morgan Davis. So she's got her hands full on the glass on both ends. And then I didn't even get to Carrie Niblek, what she does on the board. So Cheyenne Daniels with a lot on her plate. Stanley leaves the shot short. Nice job of playing safety there by number 6, Kiera Brown for the Suns. She breaks that pass up. That's how you go after a 50-50 ball there. So the Elite comes back with it. And earning a trip to the free throw line is Tyra Cox. Double-digit advantage for Central Florida Elite. Difficult layup by Pineda, can't come down with it. I don't think there's been an easy shot attempted by the Miami Suns this entire contest. Not to say it's been a cakewalk for Central Florida on the offensive end. But relatively speaking, Central Florida Elite has definitely made it tougher to score. Rodriguez gets it to Gutierrez. Good hands by Rodriguez, but sticking with it and having persistence pay off there is Shania Mertens. Lead now 33. Good anticipation by Pineda, comes up with the steal and finishes on the other end amidst the contact. Natalia Pineda pulls the Suns to within 11. Cut the gap to 10 here at the free throw line. Good defense, that possession by the Suns. Forced Niblak to try to hit a tough shot without fouling there. But in need of points on the offensive end. Subbing back in for Central Florida Elite is number 20, Rachel Jablonski. One thing to note, this Miami Sun squad, as you see Morgan Davis with the offensive rebound and putback, this Miami Sun squad, a lot of 2018s and 2019s on this roster. Central Florida Elite also a few 2018, 2019 members, but good mixture of juniors on this squad as well. So whether they're able to come back and win this one or not, the Suns definitely going to learn from this opportunity, but Coach Hively knows this team is not performing at the clip it is used to. I'd like to see them do that, and then if they're not able to get the victory, you let the chips fall where they may, but he knows this team can execute a little bit better than what's happening right now. But you give credit to Central Florida Elite for the role that they've played in that. Defense, the way they've attacked the boards, the way they've just won the battle of attrition up to this point against Team Larkins by just pounding things inside when they can, just pounding on both ends. Even the substitution patterns by head coach Jay Hinn is all playing a factor at this point.
Hey, Bree, come on. Bree, come on now. Put your hand up.
Stanley loses the ball. Shot off the mark, but again, Central Florida Elite gets another opportunity. You got 3-4 gray jerseys around the glass every possession.
Marcus, you were talking about the lack of, I guess you could say, height or, rebounding advantage that the Suns have, and you're absolutely right. The Central Florida Elite just has so many athletes, so much length along the front line. Makes it tough for really anybody to be able to battle with them equally. They just bring waves of rebounders, off of the bench. Rashawn Tolley checking back in here, number 23, and also number 32, Abby Rouse, in there. So many chances for second chance opportunities, and not to mention on the defensive end where they can limit you to one and done.
And the aforementioned Rashawn Tolley, just a little jump hook to go on cue. Lead now 17. Pineda with the extra pass over to Gutierrez. I'm going to say that's Mercy Gonzalez, number 23. Mercy Gonzalez, not Gutierrez. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here. It's a 15-point game. If you're the Suns, you got to be able to dig deep here. You've got a full quarter left to play. If you can at least get it down to single digits to end this quarter. Just kind of break it down into pieces. Can't get it all back at once. But you got to look at their personnel and feel like at some point in time a run is coming. The question will be, is it going to be too late? Pineda has yet to find her stroke from the outside. Gutierrez has been sort of up and down, and Aaliyah Stanley has cooled off when she was really a good plug in the gap there in the first half. But like you mentioned, you got to defend and get some stops to even make that a possibility, and it doesn't make it any easier when players like Tiffany Tolbert are knocking down shots like that. Good bucket by Tolbert. Now Tolbert cranking up the defense. They force the steal. Good block inside there for 23, Mercy Gonzalez. Now she'll get the rebound. Pineda for 3. Off the front of the rim. Seconds on the clock. Cologne gets it up. And that will do it for the third quarter. We'll take a quick step away and be back with the fourth here from the PSB Summer Kickoff. Welcome back to the PSB Summer Kickoff. Marcus Burnett joined by Jonathan Hemingway here in Central Florida Elite. They have their fingerprints all over this one, sort of like Jablonski did there on that pass. She steals it, goes to the other end, and will head to the line there after the foul. Hemi, we talked about some of the things that Miami Suns team Larkins can do to try to change the tide, but Central Florida Elite is not helping them out by taking the foot off the gas. Well,
even though the score is not in their favor, talking about the Suns now, it's still been a very productive weekend for these young ladies. You know, they've played very well. They've come out and played in front of, literally dozens of college coaches, plenty of media exposure. As you see down there along the baseline, Corey Love getting that floater. So even though this game, looks to be, a loss here today, I wouldn't call this weekend a loss by any means. They've come out here and done some really good things, and I think set themselves up pretty good for the rest of July.
I could be wrong, but I think, no, I was going to say that's the first three-pointer they've knocked down, but that's the second. Aaliyah Stanley hit one in the first half, and then just like that, you knock one down. Central Florida Elite responds by Ariel Cologne getting it right back.
Marcus, you should recognize Cologne from the Elite Basketball Academy.
Most definitely.
Long-time camper, both Super 64, Fab 5, EBA All-American. She gave her verbal commitment to Elon last month, and she's shown her coaches here today that she's going to be able to knock down the long ball pretty consistently at the next level.
Extra effort pays off there for Gutierrez. 18-point game now. Suns still fighting. Trying to see if they can have a hot streak. Good rip away there by Gutierrez, and she's fouled on the play. Coy Love says that's a flop, but then still shows a good sportsmanship, helps Gutierrez up. Savvy play there by Gutierrez. Knew she had Coy Love in a tough position. Love just sort of, stuck her hand out and reached there instead of moving her feet. So Gutierrez able to sell the contact. Pineda free throw line jumper off the front of the rim. Good stop and pop there by Gutierrez. 15-point game. Cologne misses the three. Pineda with the rebound, but has it poked away. Every opportunity so precious right now for the Suns, and making them pay. It's Abby Rouse.
Boy, when Abby Rouse is knocking down 17-foot jumpers, the Suns have got to just feeling like, well, what else can we do? But you've mentioned it before, it's the second chance opportunities that have really set up, many of these, jumpers for Central Florida Elite. And on top of that, CFE, it just has plenty of good shooters. You mentioned Cologne, Jablonski can certainly shoot it pretty well. Mertens is a solid shooter, so they can hit you from every angle in a lot of ways.
Love ahead to Cologne. Back to Cologne in the corner. Money ball.
When CFE is out rebounding you like they are here today, and they're shooting it just like Cologne is, as you see right here on the SUV TV instant replay. That's why they've got a 20-point lead heading into the last 5 minutes of this game.
And early on, I think, really a lot of this game, although I'm sure Coach Jason Hovey will beg to differ because he knows his personnel. He knows there are some things they could have tightened up on, but I think a lot of this game has just been what Central Florida Elite has done right and has done at a high level versus what the Suns have done wrong, Yeah. Obviously, it's basic basketball. When the ball doesn't go through the hole, it's going to be tough. You look at a lot of the shots Pineda was able to get, even though they contested mostly everything. The threes that she took and missed were threes that she's capable of hitting. They were good shots within the offense. They just didn't fall for them. So, I mean, it's just one of those days to where you sort of tip your hat to Central Florida Elite. The Suns are going to still try to fight over the next few minutes, but CFE is just coming down the home stretch, just focused.
It's that age-old question. Are you winning games or are you losing games? Is this a game that was won by CFE, or was it lost by the Suns through their mistakes? And I typically agree with you. I think CFE has hit a lot of shots. They've come out and they've won this game. Now, I'm sure Coach Hively and the Suns will come back and look at this tape and say, hey, well, there are areas that we can improve, certainly on the defensive glass, not giving up as many offensive rebounds and, perhaps even working the ball around a little bit more to get some of those easier shots per se. But, all in all, this is CFE's top team, plenty of 2017 prospects. They're, for the most part, a year older than the Larkins group, who is, a mixture of 2018s and 2019. So good learning experience here for this Larkins group.
saved in with right to CFE. Nibbler kicks it out. Three-pointer knocked down there by number 15, Tyra Cox.
Tyra Cox, another elite basketball academy alum. She was at our EBA Top 40 spring workout. Put a good showing on here, actually here in this gym back during March, and even though she misses that shot, she's had a pretty solid weekend as well too.
Pass inside to Davis, who will go to the line. Three minutes, 4 seconds. Davis misses the first free throw.
Put my glasses on like you, maybe I can get a little bit. Put my glasses on like you, let me go again. Let's go, James, me and you, baby. That's what I should have done.
Dozens being played by the two coaches right now. They're during the little lull, during the timeout. Coach Jay Henn trying to keep his team focused, get them to finish. Coach Hively still coaching this team on, using this game as an opportunity to continue to get better. Cheyenne Daniels, as she continues to develop, going to be a fun prospect to watch. Has to get a little bit better being able to handle some of those passes and those feeds inside and converting those into points. But in terms of her ability to get up and down the floor, rebound the ball, already seeing that from this class of 2019 prospect that she'll have a seat.
Now, one thing that coaches always covet at the next level in the recruiting process is size. Standing at 6'3", she already does a good job of rebounding around the rim and also running the court as a big player. The skills will come along nicely if she stays in the gym and keeps working at it.
Offensive rebound. Now ball being scrapped for and a jump ball. Called there is Kiera Brown and Shania Mertens were tied up there. Get it to Tolly. Nibbler with the and one.
Big time drive and finish by Kari Niblack. Ocala, Florida. This kid is a high energy kid, already drawn plenty of interest from schools in the SEC and the ACC, and you can see why. Just a 2018 prospect forward, great size, 6'1". Her offensive skill continues to develop, but the strength of her game, defending, rebounding, versatility on both ends of the court.
Long with the nice finish. For those of you that want to see more basketball, why wouldn't you? You can join us at 6:30 p.m. as we'll have the championship from the J.L. Hemingway PSB bracket. It'll feature Team Elite Hubbard taking on the Carolina Flames. That should be a very good one. Two teams with a bevy of individual talent. And also very well coached. So 3-0 on the clock here. Central Florida Elite taking care of business. I'm Marcus Burnett. He's Jonathan Hemingway signing off here from the PSB Summer Kickoff.